All right, my friends, let's deal with the insertion of images into Excel. Now, this is not something that you would always do, maybe more in a PowerPoint environment or a Microsoft Word environment, but there are situations where you are going to want to use images in Excel, especially if you're building out a very customized workbook that maybe needs to have some legend information in it or just some different descriptive data or some branding. You want to insert some images. Let's take a look at some of the options that are available to us. There is a new feature in Excel that allows us to choose whether we are going to insert our images basically as free images that float around, which is and traditionally was the only way to do it, or we could now actually insert images inside of a cell, which can have some really cool implications, especially if you're trying to do like some custom status symbols or some kind of custom legend or something like that. We can insert images directly into the cells. But enough of me talking, let's actually look at it. I'm going to click inside of a cell. I'm going to go to the Insert tab in the ribbon, all right? And I am interested in pictures. And here we go. We can see those two new options presented to us. Place in cell, meaning this is going to be treated as text or an object within a cell, or place over cells. Let's do an example of each. Now, inside of each of these, we have the same three options. We can insert an image from this device. So this is an image saved locally on your computer or on a flash drive if you're still using those. Stock images, this will let us search Microsoft's stock image of photos and pull something in. And then online pictures, which will allow us to search through OneDrive or Bing or places like that to pull in an image, right? So we have those same three options for both place in cell and place over cells. All right, let's do an example of place over cells first. This is the traditional way, and we're going to search through the stock images. All right, let's see what it is that we've got in here. Let's search for training. And let's see what we get here. All right, it's always physical training, right? They always exclude us applications instructors. We're trainers too. All right, well, anyway, let's go ahead and choose this. Insert. Download. All right, inserts it traditionally as a over the cell image. It's not connected to any cell. We can drag it around wherever we want, okay? All right, let's try another one. I'm going to click in the cell. I'm going to go to Insert, Pictures. This time, I'm going to do Place in Cell. Let's do a stock image here as well. And let's do sales. All right, and let's choose this image here of the shopping cart. Insert. Downloads. And it places it inside of the cell, okay? This is cool. So again, this is gonna work out great if I wanted to have like a status symbol or something like that, and it's subject to the rules of a cell, right? So I can start aligning things, right? If I start resizing my row or my column, of course, that is going to resize as well. It also gives me this little icon here to let me know that this is an image. Now, the only thing I would caution you about this is if we click on here, we notice that it gives us this descriptive text here inside of our formula bar, right? Shopping cart in the middle of blue floor. If I start to mess around with that, my image disappears, right? So if I, click in there and start messing around, I didn't even do anything, image goes away. So you want to be careful with that, right? Let's undo. You want to stay out of this formula bar because once you do that, it is going to replace the image with that text, all right? So this might be a thing where if you have security in place, you want to hide those cells, right? So that the values don't appear in the formula bar at all. So you don't have to worry about that, okay? All right, now when I click on the image here, another thing I'm noticing is that I am not getting the image editing tools that I typically would get inside of the ribbon. Right, if I click on this picture that is over the cells, I get picture format, which of course gives me a variety of things I can do. I can begin to correct, right, for sharpness and softness. or for brightness and contrast. I can begin to correct for color tone or recolor. I can begin to apply artistic effects of different kinds here to my image, or whatever it is I want to do. I can even apply a variety of different styles to my image, right? So we have all those options here in our picture format contextual tab. We do not get any of that for the in-cell image, right? So once you have an in-cell image, it kind of is what it is, all right? So some differences there. Again, we do have the new feature of being able to have images inside of the cell, but we see some things there that you want to be careful of. You want to stay out of the formula bar. And if you're going to want to do any kind of formatting to the image, then you would need to actually do that as an over the cell image like so. What you could do is you could edit it, right? Then you could right click and say save as picture, save it on a local folder somewhere, and then reinsert that edited image into a cell, right? So some different things to do, but there's always workarounds for new stuff.